a tariqat, a jamaat that is going to give you, how do I say it? How do I say it? Huh? Blue bread. That is going to give you a what? Huh? What instructions? You don't listen to my instructions. Instructions. Definitely we're not a jamaat that is going to give you a questionnaire, a sheet of paper to give you little boxes to tick. Tick. Today, did I get A, angry, B, jealous, C, arrogant, D, stubborn, E, all of the above? And take a pencil and tick, tick. Today I was not angry, mashallah. Second day, tick. Third day, tick. Tick, 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 tick. This is Akhir Zaman Tariqat. Now you have these things there. Like Akhir Zaman Tariqats, the way that they give messages, no longer through the heart. No longer through spiritual power. It is through the power of Facebook. Don't you know? Social media. So powerful, more powerful. You must listen. Not through the heart, not through, Shafani says, the leash is in my hand. It's in his hands. You disappear, you go to the end of the world, he can tug you and he can pull you. You cannot deny that power. Well, Akhir Zaman. Now, we have different kinds of ways. So, we are not that kind of people that is you're going to write a journal maybe. Dear diary, today I was so angry, you're going to say. A did this to me. No, you're not going to do that either. How are you going to keep track? Well, don't ask me such questions. Learn how to keep track. There are 40 days. This is American style. It means 40 days like this. We have to have a questionnaire. We have to have all those papers. We have to have a whole. So your whole life now can be contained in that. This is your spirituality. Couple of pages. This is your spirituality. A couple of posts. Try keeping track of 3 days. 3 days. Okay? That's also very difficult. Try keeping track of 3 days that you say, okay, I'll make intention say not to get angry. So I'm not going to get angry today, tomorrow, and the day after. If you're happy, you say, I really didn't get angry, continue for another 3 days. You say, I'm good, continue for another 7 days. You see you're good, continue. If you're asking a question, how do I keep track? That means you never tried it before. If you ask me again, how do I keep track? That means you've never done it before and you know that it is something that is very, very difficult for you to do. It is not impossible, but if you try to just do 7 days, 11 days, continuing, you get some power from it. Then that time, it doesn't matter if it's 40 days or 400 days, because you already got it. You understand? You have it, then you slip, and you know when you slip. And you say, I slipped, I lost. Now I have to do something. I have to climb back up. So your whole time is you're fighting. You're fighting with yourself. This is Jihadul Akbar. I don't see you fighting with yourselves. That's why so many of you look very peaceful. MashaAllah. I don't see you fighting with yourself. I don't see you fighting with your ego. You're very comfortable. Correct? You're fighting with each other. Women's number one, fighting with each other. You want something to fight? I'm going to give you something to fight with each other. Men's now worse than women's. But you're not fighting with your ego. Well, I got news for you. If you don't do it, if I don't do it, we're in for a very terrible time. We're going to be called for accounting. Worse than people who are not in tariqat. It is like you go to Harvard University and you don't study, you don't attend classes, and you fail every subject. You're a bigger loser, the biggest loser, than the one who doesn't even go to college. This is for me and for you. So if I see that you're fighting with your ego, I can see from your face. There's a certain light that comes. I can see it from your movements. I can see it from your voice. I can hear it. I'll know how you're going to respond to things around you. How you're going to eat, we will know. Very easy. But if you're in ghaflat continuously, in ghaflat, then we see everything you do. Not only you have no taste for nothing, but your head is just somewhere and you're just doing something. Because your heart is not there. We should wake up, inshallah.